Hey everyone, thanks for joining me live on Renegade Thrift. And as you see behind me, I market. I'm going to do this live video. Just talk to you guys a little bit about reselling online and offline. Um, for the majority, my wife and I are reselling wholesale liquidation pallet items. We do have some items that we thrift as well at Goodwill or other thrift stores and buy at garage sales. But we try to sell most of the items that are more expensive online. We've been doing that for a little bit over 2 years. Now we decided to liquidate a lot of the smaller stuff that we have at the flea market, and this is going to be about the 7th or 8th time that we set up. It's going to be my first time here at this place, and as you see, it's starting to get more foot traffic here. It was really slow most of the morning. It's almost 1 o'clock. I set up here this morning about 8:15. It's not where I wanted to set up. I was going to set up on the side of the road where I did last week. It was on Tuesday and Saturday, the week before as well. Last Tuesday I didn't set up because we went and sourced, and we got a whole bunch of new items, which I did do a video on. All these items right here on these two tables are brand new, and that's just only some of it that we picked up at a fill cart at a wholesale liquidation place. And I went ahead and brought some of the stuff that I had from Augusta that I picked up after selling at the flea market there. Some of the leftover that we had in storage as well, because I sold pretty good over at the flea market in Augusta. Not the best we've done in the past, but did pretty good. So this place here so far is slow, but people are starting to come out. A lot of families, and I did talk to some of the other people that come through here on a regular basis. They're telling me that it's busy at the other place on the side of the road. A lot of people stopping by. Here, it starts up a little bit slow and starts to pick up later on in the day. I think since it was cold and I'm also in the shade, some people are just starting to come out and see what there is available. There's a lot of older stuff here at this flea market set up. I don't see too many new items being sold. Now there are some regular stores set up on a regular basis here. I picked up 3 tables for $5 a piece. So if you're thinking about reselling at a flea market, not sure how much the tables are, it's kind of depending on where you're at. So last week I was somewhere around $14 a table, and I was in Augusta. These here are $5 a table. On the one on the roadside, they're also $5 a table. Also set up my own table right here. How you doing today? Everything is $1 per item or 6 for 5. All right, so I'll be going on in and out of this video. If you have any questions coming in live, be sure to let me know who you are. Let me know what your channel's about. May have checked it out already. If I see you, I'll acknowledge you. Let me know where you're from as well. How you doing? $1 per item or 6 for 5? All 4 tables.
I have $1.
Yeah. Okay, so a lot of the stuff I have today is toys. A lot of little kids' toys right here. And it may not seem like much that you can do with these, but imagine reselling each item for $1 and turning a profit with this. So I keep refilling the table as I sell stuff, and I have more stuff to put in there. So I still have items in the van. I have items on the top and the rooftop. So I just keep on refilling tables as we go along. Those were the toys I'm selling. I have some DVDs right here, some workout videos, some games. I have a couple sporting items right here behind me. Also have special tools. I have 2 bins of special tools. I have some car parts, special tools. These are Jeep fire extinguisher straps, a handle for a Jeep right here. Got some outdoor stuff, scent killer. Have some wild deer game seasoning, some warming stuff for toes. Some sunglasses. These are selling pretty good. I was surprised when I picked them up. That was almost like I think it was just before Christmas, picked up a bunch of sunglasses. My wife said, "Why you pick these up? They'll never sell." Well, they're selling pretty good at $1 a piece. A lot of, again, some more sporting good items, some fan stuff. So I have things from, I'll go over this way. How you doing? So I have some sporting goods, fan stuff right here for different teams, cell phone accessories. Everything's $1 per item or 6 for 5. So I'm gonna set the phone down for a minute. All right, it's a slow day, so I should be able to look at the chat. And if you want to leave me a message, go and let me know who you are, where you're from, what you do as well, what you do online. If you see somebody else, try to strike some relationships, try to network as well. I appreciate everybody who's watching my YouTube videos, subscribing to my channel. If you're here for the first time, be sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, as well so you can get my future videos. I have over 350 videos online about thrifting and reselling. Some of them are about different things, but the majority are about thrifting and reselling, as well as living full-time RVing. Let's see who I have here, if we have a chat. And the chat doesn't always come through, or the people that come on the video watching doesn't always come through right away. It takes a little while for the stream to get out there and let people know that you're online live. All right, so while I'm sitting here, and I'm going to go in the sun here where it's a little bit warmer. All right, so move over this way a little bit for the video. All right, so talking about reselling online. So for liquidation items, which is what this video is about, just about anything that you can use. eBay's probably one of the most popular ones. Amazon is good, can be a little trickier. You have to learn the ins and outs of all the different platforms. My wife and I mostly have been selling on eBay. We do sell on Mercari as well. I tried other things like Etsy. Facebook Marketplace is good, but we're finding out that it's a better option to be in a larger city where there's more people there to sell on Facebook Marketplace. It's kind of hit and miss whenever you're in a smaller area. Hold up, I have somebody coming. How you doing today? It's $1 per item or 6 for 5. $1 per item or 6 for 5, or anything you see. Yeah, so as far as reselling on eBay, from my experience, you can sell items that are worth anywhere under $5. It's just a lot of work when you do that. So we try to keep the majority of the items that we're selling online are going to be priced over $10 and even more than that. So anything that's majority of the items going to be over $20. It's just for the work that you have to do when you're selling a lot of items. Then in 2017, 2018, both my wife and I had an eBay account, and we were selling easily over a couple hundred items a piece on both of our eBays, and it's a lot of work, especially if you want to be a top-rated seller. It's $1 per item or 6 for 5 on the tables, also on the bins. Right, 1 second.
He hates ridiculous things.
All right, and I'm back. Let's see. All right, so it looks like a slow day at the flea market, a slow day at the chat. But that's all right. If you watch watching this the recorded version, be sure to leave me some comments. Let me know what you're all about, what your channel's about. Let me know where you're from. If you have any questions about reselling online or offline, if you've never picked up items at a liquidation place and you'd like to find out more about how to find those places and what you should be looking for if you want to resell at different price points, let me know in the comments as well. I see somebody here that's watching. Like I said, usually on the YouTube live stream, you can't always tell if somebody's watching live until just a little bit later. So I do have a couple of likes on the video already. I appreciate that. Let me know if you're out there. I can see some people watching. They just not leaving any comments. But I was talking about selling online. So as I said, we've been selling online now for a couple years, and we're still doing that. It's just that we found out that we had so much to sell. We picked up so many items at a great price when we started doing liquidation pallets, especially when we started doing treasure hunts and filler bags or filler carts. So I have Elaine Smart 250 saying, "Good afternoon. How you doing, Elaine? Great to see you over here. Appreciate you watching my live video. If you see anybody else out there watching, tell them hello. Be sure to get to know a little bit about each other as well. Let me know what your channel's about. Let the other people know as well. So yeah, so we're selling online. We did the majority on eBay, and that's where we focused our efforts. There's different things that we did with eBay to try to get more views out there. So I had already learned about social media, SEO, to try to get more views on websites. I thought to myself, well, what if I can do the same thing? So Elaine Smart 250 says, "I'm alone right now. You're alone at home. You're alone watching the video. I think you're alone watching the video, right?" Yeah. So I learned about SEO by trying to get more traffic to websites, and I decided to try to apply that towards my items I was selling on eBay, and I did that. So I noticed that by sharing on social media, your items would get more views right away. And to me, that was a critical part of being able to sell more, because if somebody wanted to buy from you and they saw you only had one item, uh, it gave them more of an urgency to try to buy it because there's some more people watching. Everything's $1 or 6 for 5. And so it gave me more urgency to buy the items if they saw that there was more views on it, especially if you had watchers. So if you get watchers, you get an item with a lot of views, and some of them get hundreds of views. Let's see, I have, I don't know if I can sit this Stokes Explorer. Hey, how you doing as well? Thanks for watching the video. Where are you from? And what kind of channel do you have as well? What do you do? If you can share that with us. Yeah, so using social media for platforms for people to see the items or somehow get them. This was a really good one. So I have Elaine Smart 250. So you sell in a market setting? Yes, currently I'm actually at a flea market here. Set up. This is a new place for me. It is in Murphy, North Carolina. And it is a beautiful day here. It rained almost all of last week, and this week it's really nice. It was nice most of the week. But we're starting to get more and more people out to the flea market. I think I'm only going to stay out here till about 2 o'clock, so maybe another hour. How you doing today? Everything's $1 per item or 6 for 5. Yeah, so I'm out here at the flea market set up, but the majority of the items that we had sold in the last couple of years was online. We just started setting up at the flea market, I think it was right after the middle of last year, because we started getting so many items, especially a lot of small items, and some that were worth less than $5. A lot of them were still worth quite a bit more, but we decided to just go ahead and sell everything for $1. And it was a really good move, because not only were we running out of space, but it was taking up a lot of our time to list the items that were selling for less than $10. Yeah, you can sell a lot of those. A good way to do that is to bundle the items. When we have a lot of small items, we bundle them, especially on Mercari. That works really well, but also on eBay. And that was both new and old items. So I have a few people watching here, some messages. So I see I have Stokes Explorer. Yes, talk to each other, support each other, find out what you're all about as well, your channels. And you never know who you're going to meet whenever you go on somebody else's video on the live feed, especially. It's $1 per item or 6 for 5. Yeah, just kind of like when you go and sell at the flea market. And one of my experiences is that not only do you have people that walk through and buy things from you, but you can also make great connections. In the past, my wife and I have uh, met some really good other resellers from flea markets or even online sellers that have purchased from us, and not only one or two items, but they buy in bundles, and we cut them a break. So if we sell items for $1 at the flea market, we'll sell them the items for 25 cents, 50 cents an item if they buy in bundles. So they can buy a whole bin, sometimes a few bins, or even more. Let me know. How you doing today? Everything's $1 per item or 6 for 5. I'm gonna put the phone down for a minute.
That's crazy string you spray.
We're getting up out here now.
It's trying to knock you down.
I'll tell you.
I believe this is candy. This one. Let's see what it says. Yep, it's 22 candy filled hearts.
Here, pay for your string.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Good work.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Doing good. Everything's $1 per item or 6 for 5. One item at a time. And a good thing is, yes, I am reselling at the flea market. It's a slow day, but we're still making sales on eBay and Mercari as well, and plus all the other items we have listed on Facebook Marketplace. So when you have different options to resell your items, it's a good thing. You don't want to put all your eggs in one basket, because if you do have something that happens, any of the platforms could shut you down at any given time, and that could be really critical to your, not only, how you doing today? Everything's $1 per item or 6 for 5. You're welcome. As far as liquidation places, we lean towards buying items at liquidation places, because in the past we have been going through Goodwill. And yes, you can find some really good deals at Goodwill. A lot of them are going to be used items. And if you do retail arbitrage, it can be nice, but it takes up not only a lot of time, you have to have more resources you have to invest up front. And as well as it's not always there. You got to do a lot of research. Sometimes it's just kind of a matter of chance that you walk into a store and they're having a sale, and that they actually have enough items to where you can actually make a consistent living on it. So retail arbitrage can be really good, can be profitable if you know what you're doing. Because if you hold on to an item too long with retail arbitrage, then you can end up losing quite a bit of money as well. So if you can go back and check out some of my other videos too, where I show you what we did retail arbitrage on Walmart, we got some really good deals, not only for toys, but we also did special cell phone accessory stuff. We did fishing, hunting items. Those are really good if you can find them, and they're out there as well. Hi, guys. If you're new watching the chat, let me know. Let me know who you are, where you're from. I see a few more people out there. And I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this video out of your day. Talking a little bit about buying liquidation places, reselling online, and at the flea market. So as far as liquidation places, we first started off by chance. We found a place out of it was out of North Carolina, in the mountains, and we stopped by a garage sale somebody was having. And at the garage sale, the guy had cell phone accessories priced at $1, which I kind of completely overlooked. While we were there, the guy told us he had a wholesale liquidation warehouse we should go and check out, and it's what we did the following week. How you doing, ladies? Everything's $1 per item, or 6 for 5. You're welcome. Thank you. Yeah. So when we realized what kind of deal we got, when we get back in the car, we started doing a little research on those items. We went back the following week and looked at the warehouse. We were really wary of what they had. So instead of buying a full pallet, we picked up a half a pallet, and it was all toys. It was $250. And out of that pallet, we thought we picked up junk when we first started pulling everything out of there. It wasn't until after we started listing them on eBay and started making sales within a matter of days. We basically get our money back within 1 or 2 items that we sold. And one of them was actually a drone that was a $250 drone, and it was in the wrong box. I ended up keeping that drone for the longest time. Eventually, I sold it for, I think it was about $100. It was a really nice drone. But you guys aside here for a minute. If you keep watching, make sure you chat with each other, network as well. One when you sell online, something that is really popular, but when you have a variety of items, you're going to be getting sales here and there. Everything's $1 per item, or 6 for 5. Yeah, so
Yeah, these would be good for the
oh, second.
you know.
How you doing?
Christina would love that.
You say you never buy it, you let me try it.
$1 each for 6 for 5. Same thing with it.
How are you?
Everything's $1 each for 6 for $5.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You see anything that I don't swear to take out there?
Alrighty, yeah, it is here at the flea market. I'm gonna see if I can switch the view. I wasn't sure that you could actually switch the view when you're live. It looks like you can, which is a good option. There we go. I'm back. So if you just came on live, let me know you're here. Let me know where you're from, what your channel's about. Talk a little bit about reselling offline and online as well. I'm set up here at a flea market in Murphy, North Carolina. But the majority of our sales for my wife and I in the last 2 years have been online and on eBay. We do sell on other platforms as well. All right, so I was talking a little bit about using social media earlier and reselling online. So my experience is that when you use social media, you can get more views on your items, and by doing that, you can actually, I think it helps you boost the sales. And some of the platforms actually, they don't charge you the final listing fees if you do that. If you get your items sold through your own social media channels and views. How you doing today? So that's what I've learned. Everything's $1 per item. Let's see. Let me know if you've been reselling online as well, what your experience is with that, where you're from, what your channel's about. If you see somebody else here, go and network with them as well. Let me try to find out a bit more about them. If you didn't see the first part of the video and you're just joining me live now, I'll go and give you an idea of some of the things that I am reselling here. And this is all overstock for us, some of the stuff that we sell online. How you doing? I'll start off over here. We got some special tools, we got car parts, some of these are cheap straps. Majority is new items, some cat, vet stuff, some toe warmers, scent killers for deer. A lot of hunters channels I've been watching lately. These guys could use some of this stuff. Sunglass, fan, a lot of toy stuff. We just picked up this last week. All toys. Selling everything for $1 per item. These items right here. So being able to find these items at liquidation places. One of the places that my wife and I are looking for to try to find them, I've been on Facebook. If you go to Facebook and type in wholesale liquidation pallets, you can find a lot of these places. Not only that, if you like their pages or groups, you find out when they're having their sales. We used to buy the complete pallet, but we stopped doing that when so as I was saying here, we found a lot of these places online on Facebook, and some of them I ever went to it was by chance. We found out the person had that, and we ended up making quite a bit more than what we paid at $250. Eventually, we ventured into not only buying toy pallets, but we bought cell phone accessory pallets, electronics pallets. We had about one pallet that we paid. It was $785 with tax. It was a little bit over $800, and ended up flipping that one for quite a bit more. I think it was retail value of about $15,000 for a little bit over $800. It took a few months to get rid of everything, but we had bought that one. It was sometime around September of 2017. By Christmas, we had sold every single item that we had from that pallet. And then eventually, after selling pallets for a while, it is quite a bit of work that you have to go through every single items. We were removing all the stickers that were on there from the shelf pulls and everything from the stores, from the warehouses, and then we were listing them, taking pictures, listing them on eBay, having to ship everything. It was just a lot of work, so we decided to start looking for these places that did treasure hunts. Eventually, we ran into places that didn't only do treasure hunts, but they also did fill bags or fill a cart. And that's, I think for me, that's better quality items because you get to pick and choose the items that you want instead of having a pallet full of stuff, mystery items that you don't know what you have. As a matter of fact, for the pallets, we've been pretty fortunate that what we bought, was stuff that we could make a profit on. There was one exception to where we had purchased a vacuum pallet, but my wife looked through it right away, and it was, I think it was $300. She looked through it, and all of it was junk. So at first, the place didn't want to give us our money back, but they had just taken it outside in the forklift, and they agreed, and they said they wouldn't do that again, which is fine. We did return to that place. We get some good deals from them, and prior to that, also and after that event, it's just one of those things. So you got to be really careful when you purchase liquidation pallets, that you can't see what everything's inside. So you need to know what it is that you're buying, unless you like to fix things. You can resell broken stuff, but some items are easier to resell than others when they're broken. Anyways, thanks for watching live, guys. I'm going to wrap it up as well. I'm probably going to wrap up here pretty soon. I'll see you guys next time. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. And